Greetings, Nestor. I think that every reader of this journal knows your works. But could you please introduce yourself for those who do not know you? My name is Nestor Avalos, I'm a Mexican artist. The main essence of my work comes from the world of the occult, black magic, the devil, and heavy metal music. A Chilean poet Pablo Neruda once wrote, Mexico, the last of the magic countries, because of its age and its history, its music and its geography. Do you agree with that statement? I agree with him. Mexico, it's a rich country in those areas. We kept a lot of our ancestral traditions, and the mixture of them created through the syncretism developed by the Western world colonization produced a big diversity and made new ways of expression in our culture, giving us newer and colorful dimensions to manifest this magic. Of course, if we want to talk about spirituality, our relationship with the forces from the underworld, Mexico is deeply attached to them. The world of the intangible played a huge role in the pre-Columbian cultures throughout all the Latin American cultures. Death, the magical and the spiritual world are always present. For us, these concepts are considered as tools to become something higher, something divine, a way of self-realization, a knife to carve our legacy into the time. Mexico is a Catholic country. But according to the Google, people in Mexico are taking an interest in the left-hand path as well. The popularity of searching requests such as Diablo takes Mexico to top 5 worldwide. Are there a lot of people who have chosen the other side in Mexico? I don't think so. Personally, I believe that this phenomenon is happening all around the world of the influence of social media. Now, everybody wants to feel powerful, important, interesting, or just escape from their pathetic lives, living through the lie of this illusory dimension. Believing that become themselves slaves from another merciful master/savior, they'll escape from their shitty reality, expecting for a miracle, taking off the responsibility of their own life. Their conception of the devil is based on the naive cosmo-vision that the Catholic religion created. Of course, that exists a small fraction of true practitioners that look for the undivine wisdom, searching to develop their own consciousness, to become the outlaws, people whom creates their own path, burning in their own lawless freedom. What do you think about the Santa Muerte cult? Are the rumors about human sacrifices true? It's a cult that I respect. Quickly, the cult, it's earning a lot of force around the world, manifesting the power of this divine entity. I cannot say that the human sacrifices are totally true, based on my own experience, but some police reports allege that they are true, and most of these suppositions got performed by the narcos or religious fanatics. Personally, I believe that yes, the myth is true. What is your opinion on the organizations such as Church of Satan, Temple of the Black Light, Dragon Rouge, etc.? I don't belong to any religious organization per se. I respect and understand the role of an organization, have its good and bad things. The good, it's to have a constant retroalimentation between their members, expanding their cosmo-vision about their religious beliefs corresponding to their affiliation. The bad, personally, it's that an extremely rigid stratification of power could lead into embezzlement of the information and the corruption of the spiritual development. You were working with such bands like Rotting Christ, Hecate Enthroned, and many others. But I would like to ask you about some black metal albums which are considered to be significant. Such as De Mysteries dom Sathanas by Mayhem, The Somber Lane by Dissection, Si Monde Ment Mrekvires, Circumspis by Deathspell Omega, etc. What do you think of such cover artworks? Have you ever redrawn something like that or created your own image? Maybe just for yourself. The art, it's an extension of the music and lyrical content, so powerful images creates and complement the project. Even these images gave an identity that marks the album and time. If you could work on any existing book, what would that be and why? Hard question, but maybe it'll be Phosphoros and the Catechism of Lucifer by Johannes Nephistos. I feel a deep attachment to those beautiful books. Their content, words, and essence have a lot of resonance and concordance with my spiritual beliefs. But I would like to work on a lot of books and with amazing authors and editorial houses. It'll be such a big pleasure to be considered to create art for them. You were working with Michael Ford. How did you become acquainted? How had that work influenced you? He influenced a lot in my spiritual development, opening my mind and world to the crooked path and igniting the fire that was hidden behind the fear and misconception of many topics in reference to the left-hand path. I found him at that time through MySpace, and got intrigued by his work, so I started to look for more information about him and his work, and sent him a message asking for an opportunity to create art for one of his books and attach some of my creations. In that time, he saw something special in me. Well, I guess that and start to talk, and the project took form and he accepted my request. The book is Shadows of Azathoth. You had exhibitions in Mexico. That is a huge accomplishment for a completely self-taught artist. But how does it feel to show your works to everyone? Even for those who do not share your views? Well, in fact, I just had one. I'm getting known in my own country, and most of the Mexican people think that I'm a foreign person, so when they find out that I'm Mexican they totally get surprised. The experience at that time was good and intriguing, people really like it. A big part of the attendees had no link with the background of the exhibition, and it was new, fresh, and disruptive. Your works are mostly black and white. Why? Started with the emulation of the old school death and black metal covers, then when I started to go deeper into the Mouth of Fire, studying and practicing the magic, the mind, and the spirit, take a deeper consciousness of who am I in the essence of the art project as well. The managing of the black and white takes a deeper meaning, a play among the light and shadows, a constant war between them resulting in the manifestation of every creation. What is your conception of beauty? What is the most beautiful thing you have ever seen? Beauty is a natural capability of human beings to appreciate the aesthetics in every form and manifestation. Our first contact with it's in nature, something that moves you from inside, and with the proper education, information, and most important the experience, you could develop this capability into a higher level, finding this beauty into the most unexpected places beyond the conventional standards of beauty, into their opposites, in what the social conventions reject, the ugly, the horror, the blasphemous and decadent aspects of the existence. Is it common for the Satanists to claim the ugliness of God, human and world? Yes, I believe that it's a tool to manifest our personal disagreement with this existence, a rebellious and revolutionary way of expression. Do you believe that the essence and energy of darkness can be manifested to this world? How do you refer to your own works? Do they manifest darkness or your own vision of it? Totally agree. We are performing a conscious act of magic, a materialization of our thoughts and will. I'm sure that your works guided and inspired a lot of people. What is the most standout feedback you ever received? People who start a self-discovery, some who start to draw again, to question their existence and give another course to pursue their real desires. What are you working on now? A bunch of art for bands and working in the third volume of the great occult writer Matthew Whiteman in his trilogy, Kive Kodesh HaChol, published by Eon Sophia Press. How do you see your main goal as an artist? Leave a deep scar into eternity. In one of your previous interviews you said that at the beginning of your path to the dark side you had a period of hard time and self-isolation. You said that you responded to the call of the left-hand path. Can you tell more about that? How did everything started? What influenced you? What made you who you are? I got broke in a period of time in whole aspects, in a world in which supposedly I had everything, but the truth was that I had nothing. I lost the most important thing in life, myself. I was nothing and nobody at the same time in my own existence. It was a precious but decadent time in which I questioned myself in all possible facets. I had to destruct the I to rediscover the self, the identity hidden through the dirt and human waste that I built, an unrecognizable idol in what I got converted. I started to dig in a determinate and mindful way into the occult, in myself, into a questioning beyond the social establishment ways of life, looking for something to reignite the constant starvation for life. So I decided to start my journey to the fall and rise to burn in my own liberty, deciphering what does freedom really means. Hat made who I am? Pain. Being a Satanist in a Catholic country like Mexico seems to be a tough thing. How did you manage your environment? Focusing on my goals, wishes, and desires, working hard and with discipline in who I am and what I want. In one of your previous interviews you said that you started your way as an artist with blasphemous drawings. Can you tell more about your perception of God and universe? God could be considered as the universe, a physical frontier that keeps us chained into this plane of existence between the walls of their laws. Who is devil to you? What does the devil stand for you? The master, a bringer of knowledge and freedom, a wild volcano, the forever outlaw. Are you a practitioner Satanist? Yes. I believe that every one of us has his/her personal part of the dark mystery and a place in the dark plan. Do you have your own dark mystery and a conception of your place in the dark plan? My work, it's a tool of self-realization, a manifestation of what I believe. I think that is my part of the plan, because His words are my words, and my work is His work. Can you say some words to those who are heading to the devil and sharing your admiration with the darkness? Live in chaos, burn in freedom. Nestor, thank you very much for the interview and your works. AMSG.